Welcome everybody to your Shoulder Unlocker class. In today's class, we are going to have 15 minutes to work through our shoulder joint, our shoulder blade, and our upper back. Now, you are going to need one broomstick today and 2 yoga blocks or else a cushion. And for your first movement, you are going to bend down and grab your broomstick. We're going to work at moving through the shoulder joint, the chest, and the neck to begin with. So bring your hands to the outer edge of your broomstick, brace the core, and roll the shoulders up, back, and down. From this motion, you are going to take the arms up towards the sky, pull yourself back with the broomstick, and let yourself come down. So you're going to reach up, reach back, bring it forward, and take it down. Now, I want you to find your range of motion before your ribs start to open up. So if you see my side profile, I'm really bracing my core and trying to keep my ribs soft into the body. The moment that they open is the moment that I stop. Now, if this is enough, you stay here. Otherwise, we're going to do a full repetition where we reach up, back, down, through, down towards the bum, and then reverse the movement. Now, this is a big rotation in the shoulders, so if it's too much for you, I want you to tap out a little bit earlier with that range of motion to the point where you can take it back around safely with no discomfort in that joint. So find your range of motion where you can control it, and if you come into any difficulties, literally just let go of the broomstick, reset, and then learn from that movement and practice again. Give me one more repetition here and just evaluate how those shoulders are feeling right now. Now from here, you're just going to roll the shoulders and come into our first big exercise. So we're going to bring our feet nice and wide, reach those hands up towards the sky again, and then come across to the side. Now the upper shoulder is going to tilt and open up the ribs, come back to the center, and lift yourself back up. Let's go to the second side. So bring yourself over, open up the ribs and the shoulder to the sky, come back to the center, and lift it up. We're going to do this 2 more times on each side. So as we come over to the side and open up, it's the upper shoulder that's going to reach up towards the sky and the ribs are going to open. And as you do this, we are going to brace the core and try and keep those hips square to the front. So this rotation is coming from the back and the shoulders rather than wiggly hips. Now come across to the first side again, open it up and hold it here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it back. Nice. Let's do it on the second and final side. So bring it across, open up, do your best to square your hips to the front, open up through the shoulders and the ribs. Feel your abs on the underside of your ribs working hard to support you, and take it up. Nice work, everybody. Let's get rid of the broomstick now, and we're going to work a little bit more into our neck. So I want you to take your left hand and wrap it around to the right side. Take your right hand, make a fist and interlace those fingers and tuck the elbow in close by the side. We're going to take some nice rotations down the left side of the neck by looking across to the right shoulder. So brace the core, interlace the hands, and now look over to the right shoulder. Then bring the right ear down towards the right shoulder. And now tuck the chin in quite close towards the chest, 45-degree angle. Reverse the movement. Take the ear back to the right shoulder. Look over the right shoulder. And now draw a lovely little semicircle with your chin up towards the sky and to the center. Let's do that all one more time. So look across to the shoulder. Ear down to the shoulder. 45-degree with the chin down towards the chest, eyes to your little teeny tiny toes. Bring the ear back to the shoulder, eye gaze over, and then bring the chin up towards the sky, through and down. Let's do it all on the other side. So take your right hand, wrap it around to your left side. Bring those elbows in close towards the body, tuck the hands towards each other together, and from here you're going to look over the left shoulder. Ear down towards the left shoulder. Chin down towards the sternum, 45-degree angle towards your little toes. take it back, look over, and track that circle up towards the sky and to the center. You're going to do this one more time through, your final repetition. So as we move and look over to the left side, where you're actually feeling this stretch is down the right side of the neck. So just moving through the right side, where we often hold some tension the side of the neck. Look over the shoulder, and then do that gentle rotation. Wonderful work, everyone. Shake it out, shake it out. Let's get ourselves down onto the mat. Now, if you have sensitive knees, if they're not feeling too nice, I want you to grab your cushion or your yoga blocks and set yourself up. We're going to come into a bit of an arm bind, and it's a little bit complicated, so I'm going to show you how to do it twice through. So first and foremost, take your hands out in front of you like you're giving me a high five. Then bend the elbows, the palms face each other. Take your left hand underneath and try and grab a hold of your right hand. So sweeping that left hand underneath, try and grab a hold of your right hand. Now, maybe you can get the right hand, maybe you can't. You can also grab onto the forearms. Now from here, you're going to lift the arms up towards the sky and then bring the elbows down towards the thighs. So inhale, lift the hands up towards the sky, and as you exhale, round through the back and bring the elbows down towards the thighs. Now, of course, those elbows do not need to touch the thighs if it's not happening for you today. It's just a want, not a requirement. So it's just a wish. You wish your body to go down there, but if it doesn't, that's okay. We're just working through whatever range of motion your body is giving you today. We're doing 4 slow, controlled reps of this. And as you lift those elbows up towards the sky on your in-breath, you're going to do so by moving through your shoulder blades, not collapsing into your lower back. And then rounding through the back by letting those shoulder blades come apart. Okay, everybody, we're going to do the same on the other side. So, hands out in front, bend the elbows, right arm now comes underneath the left. See if you can interlace those hands or those thumbs or the forearms. Set yourself into position. 4 big breaths. So inhale, reach those hands and elbows up to the sky. And then as you exhale, tuck in the chin, round through the back, let the shoulder blades come apart and bow yourself down. 3 more just like this. And remember, move the hands up, move the elbows up through the shoulder blades, and then tuck everything in and let the shoulder blades come apart. You move smooth and steady in this motion as we work into our scapula, our shoulder blades, our shoulder girdle. Your last repetition, reach it up, round, relax, and down. Wonderful. Okie dokie. Now, you can get rid of your cushion or your blocks. You don't need them now for the rest of the class. And we are now going to come into our thread the needle. So, tabletop position is our starting position. We're going to have our wrist under our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips, starting with our right side. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sweep the hand under and through. Thread that beautiful needle 3 more times, just like this. Inhale, bring it up. And as you exhale, take it under, through, and down. 2 more repetitions. Breathing with the movement of the shoulder. And of course, if your shoulder is floating, that's absolutely fine. I want you to use your left hand that's on the floor as a bit of an anchor to help bring that shoulder blade through a little bit more if that option is available for you. Now, I want you to stay here and hold this position. Now, if your shoulder is floating, I want you to stay here. Option number 2, you can come into a half bind. If you're not sure what a half bind is, the arm is going to come up around your back and find a little crevice between your thigh and your hip. And just breathe in. If this is too much for you, however, get that arm back down as a beautiful anchor of support. If you're in a half bind, take the hand back and around. Sweep the arm back and up towards the sky and set it down into tabletop. Let's go straight away into the left side. 4 repetitions. Let's go. Inhale, sweep the arm up. Exhale, left hand through to the right side. 3 more just like that. And from here, coming into your hold. So you can either stay here or your half bind, rotate the shoulder 180 degrees, and then link those fingers and hands in between your thigh and your hip. And if you're not sure what that looks like, have a little look at the screen now, because it's a really good angle for you to see roughly where those hands should be placed if you are in the half bind. Bringing it up, bringing it down, through, and now lift that left hand up to the sky one more time and set yourself down into tabletop position. Time to stretch out our chest, our pecs. So let's lie ourselves all the way down to the mat. This is one of my favorite exercises for the pecs, but takes a little bit of time to master. So I want your left hand to be long, your left arm to be long, and your right elbow to be bent with your right hand on the floor. Right foot comes off the mat, flex the right foot, lift the thigh off, and then bring that right leg over to the left side. Use your right hand as an anchor here. Bring it back to the center and then set yourself down. We've got 3 more repetitions exactly the same on the same side. So right foot flexed, bring it up, bring it across to the left side. Maybe the foot touches the floor, maybe it doesn't. It's okay if it doesn't. If it's floating, that's absolutely fine. You're still feeling great benefits from this stretch. 2 more. Lift the knee up and bring it across, and feeling a beautiful stretch into the spine, and maybe starting to feel a nice stretch into the front of the shoulder on the left side, the front of the left side of your shoulder. This is your pec, your chest. Now this is your 4th repetition, and as you bring it across, I just want you to hold it here. That right hand that's an anchor, really press it into the floor and see if there's just a little bit more of a twist there. Feeling a bit more of an opening potentially in that chest area on the left side. So much happening in this exercise if you get it right, but it does take a bit of time to master. Take it back, through, and release. Let's do it all on the other side. So this time we bend the elbow on the left arm, and now the right arm is long. Your left foot is going to come up, flex the left foot, lift it up, and the left leg comes over to the right side. So twisting in the spine in the other direction, and now working into the right pec, so the front of the right shoulder. Flex the heel, lift it up to the sky, bring it across and through. Holding it here for a breath, then bringing it back to the center, letting the leg come down. 2 more repetitions just like that. Just really start to enjoy the movement as you begin to understand the sensations in the body. My final rep is coming up, and the final rep means we give it an extra little hold. So bring it across the body. Use the anchor of the left hand into the floor. See if there's a little bit more stretch into the pec of the right side. A beautiful twist into the spine. Keep breathing for me. Enjoy it. And guys, as you exhale, I want you to then slowly bring yourself back into position. So that exercise that we did at the start of the class, I want you to bring yourself up onto your feet, and we're going to do that exercise again. So grab your broomstick. So we're going to see how our shoulders feel 15 minutes later. So bring your hands nice and wide, roll the shoulders up, back and down, brace the core, and we're going to do those up, back and overs 4 times. So reaching up, reaching back, and if it's possible for you today, back and over towards the bum. Then bring it up, through, round and down. 3 more repetitions like that. So remember that range of motion that you had before. Maybe just go back to that range of motion and see how it feels. If there's a little bit more openness there, maybe it's a bit smoother, less sticky, maybe your range of motion has increased. It's amazing how much we can squeeze into 15 minutes. Bringing it up, back and down for your final repetition. Taking it through. And voila, you are done. 15 minutes of beautiful work into your shoulders. I hope they're feeling better for it. Thank you so much for coming. I will see you again soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Toodaloo, bye bye.